and a combined intelligence of many people. We have to work together. No one alone can achieve anything from all disciplines. Everybody should come together, do a teamwork and achieve our goals in different segments as per its requirement. And with this, thankful to all of you. Give me this great opportunity to share my views in front of you. Thank you very much. And I wish you good luck to this institute under the guidance and able leadership of Dr. Iyer and other professors. And I also wish very best wishes to all women colleagues over here. Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you, sir. That was very insightful. I think we can change that old adage that a successful marriage is not about compromising, it's about optimizing. So for your time and valuable input, I would request our principal, Captain Krishnamurthy Iyer, please felicitate Mr. Parathe with a memento. I now call upon Captain Banerjee, Associate Program Chair, Nautical Science, to take over the proceedings from here.
Thanks, Kevin, and a very good afternoon. It is indeed my privilege to introduce and invite our chief guest of the function today, Captain Jitendra Singh Kanwar, Managing Director, MOL Maritime India Private Limited, which you know is the manning arm in India of MOL Tokyo, Japan. Belonging to Dehradun, he started his career in shipping as a cadet in India Steamship Company in 1975. Rising up the ranks in the company, he obtained his command in January of 1988. As master, he has worked with Eurasia Shipping, Vigilance, Hanseatic Lines, and Mitsui OSK. In 2002, he joined as a Marine Superintendent with Keymax Maritime. In October 2005, he joined the then Mitsui OSK Lines Maritime India Private Limited as a group leader with responsibility to start a new vertical for inspecting the MOL ships. In 2016, he became the general manager with overall responsibility of all operations of the company. Since September last year, he is the managing director of this company. I'm sure that all the budding seafarers assembled in the auditorium are very keen to listen to your views on career and life at sea. So ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, please welcome on stage with a round of applause the chief guest of the day, Captain Jitendra Singh Kanwar.
Captain Banerjee, thank you very much. The introduction that he gave, it seems that I am a very old man, yeah? Ancient, yeah? But believe me, cadets, I'm just like you. I'm still learning. And like Dr. Thakur said, he's still a student. He's absolutely right, I'm still learning. Yeah? So, with that, let me say, I think it is good afternoon now. Good afternoon to everybody. Cadets, come on, with a Josh. Good afternoon. Yes, very nice. And good afternoon to all the students who are watching this on video in their classroom. Yeah? Good afternoon, and I hope the same Josh is there too. Yeah? Now, I am going to, mine is not a speech, mine is not a presentation. I am going to talk to you from my heart. But heart to mind and mind to mouth takes a little bit time. I am sure the engineers will tell how many nanoseconds. So I have written down some points. Yeah? Now, once a cadet, a boy, a child, yeah, whether I get scared or not. Can I continue? Safe? Yeah, no terrorist attack? Okay. Once a young lad, child, crosses the gate of any training institute like Tolani, I think he changes from child to a responsible adult. He must change, yeah? That is where you leave your childhood behind and start your adultship. And the training institute teaches you to be a responsible adult, teaches you the technical aspects, teaches you many professional things about what you are supposed to do in your career and develops your career. But just because you have done 3 years here, or how many years? 3 years? 3 years here, doesn't mean that once you leave the gate, you know everything. Yes? You learn many things here. You put it in practice once you join a ship. But you are on the ship also to learn. And my advice to all the cadets or all the junior officers is be like a blotting paper. You know what is a blotting paper? Maybe the youngsters don't know, but we knew. Okay, like a sponge. Be like a sponge. Absorb everything you learn, you see, you hear, and you, what their seniors are talking to you. Ask questions when you're on the ship, as a cadet when you go, yeah? Or a junior officer. Unless you ask questions, your seniors will not know that you are interested. And believe me, with a very short number of officers there on the ship, for every staff on board the ship, the time is very limited. The workload is heavy. So unless you are inquisitive, then only the seniors will teach you. If you are not inquisitive, many of them may not take so much interest in you. And you are there on your own. Yeah? You are not there like 50 of you together. You are probably the only cadet on the ship. Yeah? You will be lucky if you're two. Yeah? So, how you learn, how much you learn, depends on you. Correct, huh? Of course, being a seafarer, I firmly believe that seafarer is a glorious career, lovely career. 90% of the world trade is carried by sea. As of last year, there are 53,000 cargo vessels around the world. And transport by sea is one of the most cost-effective means of transport. But though it is a glorious career, I will just stop till the boys sit down. Or girls also. I can see some girls also. Actually, when I walked in here and was escorted by two young ladies, young cadets, lady cadets, I felt very proud. Yeah, I'm father of two girls, so it was very proud moment for me. Yeah, when two girls escorted me or guided me. Yeah? Okay, then I'll continue. What I said was glorious career. Seafaring is a glorious career, but be under no pretext. It's not an easy life on board. It is tough. So be prepared. Yeah. On board the ship, you know how many people are on board the ship? Any of you? A normal cargo ship, yeah? About? Huh? Yes. 21, 22, 28. And one ship plus the cargo is worth millions of dollars. In my experience, so much expensive equipment and cargo being supervised or transported or looked after by so small a number of happens only on seafaring career. Yeah, we are responsible, there's 21 of us or 25 of us, for millions of dollars of the cargo that is being transported, plus the ship. So, any seafarer requires a very, very high degree of commitment and discipline. It is a disciplined life. It is not what we say a landlubber's life. It's a seafarer's life. Yeah, very, very disciplined. You have to be there. It's a lot of hands-on hard work. Do not go into the ship with the belief that you are going to be a white-collar job you're doing. You are not going to do, not to start with, but even as the captain of the ship or chief engineer, I would not think that it is totally white collar. You have to get your hands dirty or spoiled at times. Yeah? So definitely as a junior, I have seen in my company many cadets come, when they become third officer, they think that they are not supposed to work anymore. They are supposed to give orders only. That doesn't happen on board. You have to work. And there are a lot of difficulties. You have to stay away from family for a very, very long time. 4 months, 5 months. Loneliness. You are only 21 of you. And for the ladies, girl cadets, it will be even tougher. You will probably be the only girl on board the ship. Eh? I hope you are ready for that. Eh? Yeah? Rough seas. I'm sure none of the cadets have seen rough seas. You must have seen videos. But once you go into the rough sea, you can imagine. When you are standing on a deck which is rolling about 20 degrees on each side, and the ship is going up and down like that, it is difficult. But there is also a lot of opportunities, and why I say glorious is not only because you are very responsible. You visit faraway places which you have only heard and dreamt about in your life. You breathe the freshest air possible. There is almost zero pollution out in the sea except your funnel smoking, but which is going behind, yeah, not affecting you. You interact with various nationalities. On board the ship, once you join, if you are joining a foreign company, you may have 3-4 different nationalities. Then you go from port to port, where you interact with different nationalities. And then you learn. It's a learning experience. Of course, you earn good money. Yeah? And this is the only profession in which you get a leave of about 2-3 months, where you do not have to check any of your computers, any of your emails, nothing. You are completely off. Yeah? You can relax, you can do whatever you want. So these are the plus points and the minus points about seafaring career. Yeah? But always please enjoy what you do. Once you enjoy what you do, things become easy. Be truthful to yourself, to your superiors, and over a time when you become senior, be truthful to your juniors also. What I mean to say, be supportive to your shipmates, whether they are senior or junior. And always be supportive towards your company. The company employs you. They look at your support. They look at that you have to look after the company's interest. On board a ship, there are a lot of operating procedures set after a lot of thought, research, incidents, accidents.